Hi, I'm Dr. Diana Monteiro. I'm a counseling psychologist, and today I would like to talk to you about a very interesting and crucial and important topic, and something that I deal with on a daily basis in my work as a counselor, and as well as in my life as a person, really. Emotions. How do you deal and cope with your emotions, your normal human feelings? Right now, I think that a lot of people struggle with their emotions, and experiencing any feelings at all brings up so many different difficult things for people to deal with. So today let's talk about that a little bit, and let's talk about what's normal and what's not normal. Right now, to begin with, a little psychology lesson for you. Think of your life as a circle, right, with three equal parts, just like you would a pie chart, for example. So the three pieces of the pie are your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. Right now, your thoughts are something we all are very comfortable with. We have thoughts, and the world really functions encouraging thoughts, which means that you should be logical, don't be illogical, don't be irrational. So the world really encourages us to be very logical and function in our thought area. So we're all very happy to have thoughts. Behaviors, that's another thing we all are happy to have, because behaviors means we're actually doing something, right? So our thoughts and behaviors typically we're pretty good at. Sometimes we over function in those areas, which means that your pie, if it has three equal parts, those thoughts and behavior parts push the emotions or the feelings part to a little bit of a sliver, right? And that brings us to the problem that comes up, which is our emotions. How do you actually deal with your feelings and emotions? Now, let's start with recognizing that thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all completely normal things for us to have as human beings. If you're not having thoughts, something's wrong. If you're not doing any behaviors, something's wrong. And also, if you're not feeling things, something's wrong. So, if you're priding yourself on walking around being extremely logical, something might be really wrong, because you're not feeling your emotions. One third of your psychological life is not being experienced. Right now, let's understand first, why do we not want to experience emotion? If you ask anybody, they'll say, happiness, absolutely, I want to feel happiness. But sadness, no, I don't want to feel sadness. Heartbreak, hurt, I don't want to feel those things. I want to feel happiness, joyous, thrilled, excited. Those are good to feel. When we're okay with feeling those things, why do we push against or push away from sadness and anger and frustration and irritability and heartbreak? It's because it doesn't feel good to feel those things, right? So we call them very mistakenly negative emotions. I don't like to use the word negative and positive, but it is what it is. Negative and positive suggest one is good and one is bad. And to me, emotions are just emotions. They're not good or bad. Just like you feel happiness and your heart rate increases, right? When you feel sadness, your heart rate might go down or might increase. Who knows, right? Depending on how anxious you are at the time, right? Both are just experiences your body has, right? So, to start with, we have to understand that experiencing, feeling things is completely normal, and feeling things deeply is a normal human experience to have. Yeah. So, to start with, we have to be aware of what we are feeling, which means we have to identify what we are feeling. If I say, what are you feeling right now? Right? You should be able to give me a feeling word. If you give me something that says, I feel like I'm listening to you, you just gave me a thought, not a feeling, because feel like could be, I think I'm listening to you, right? It could be substituted with I think, right? So you want to give a feeling word. I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel joyous, I feel excited, I feel interested, hopefully, in what I'm saying to you right now, right? So that's identifying the emotion. Now, if you don't know how to identify an emotion, just think of a strong feeling you've had, right, in the recent past, maybe when you were angry or sad or upset or frustrated, and try to notice where in your body you experienced it. Like when I feel anger, I feel like my stomach is churning, like there's something churning in my stomach, or my face gets really hot. When I'm sad, I feel like all the emotions come right to my tear ducts, because the tears are about to fall down, right? So I feel like a strong sense of heat in my face. That's the way we feel emotions in our body. Our body holds on to our emotions in a very physical way, our feelings in a very physical way. So it's really important that you don't push it away and suppress it, which is what we are trained to do. Don't cry, don't appear weak, don't show this emotion, don't show anger. All of this is suggesting you can feel it, but don't show it to anybody, which means push it down, suppress it. You know what happens when we suppress it? We get so good at pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down. We don't even notice anymore when we're pushing it down. Many times clients will come to me and say, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but I'm just crying randomly for no reason. The reason is because it's like a pressure cooker. In India, we know pressure cookers well, right? We have put our dal in there, we put our vegetables in there, we put our meat in there to cook, and we pressure cook it. What happens? The pressure builds, 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 and then we get the whistle. The whistle in us is the tears that come out. The whistle in us is the screaming that we do for no reason, apparently. Though there is a very good reason. The reason is we have suppressed and pushed away our emotions and not experienced them. So, what do you do? And clients will come in so upset that they're feeling strong things over 20 years of pain and suppressed emotion is suddenly showing up to them. To me, that happens, and to me, the way I think about us is when we don't have any more crisis in life and when everything is good, that's when our body will say, okay, now's the time to heal you of all the emotional pain you have. That's when the pain comes up, right? So oftentimes clients will say, I have nothing happened and why am I crying suddenly? Why am I angry suddenly? It's because you have suppressed it and your body says, now nothing's going on, ready, now you deal with your emotions, right? So what do you do to deal with your emotions? To me, the starting point is really simple. It's thinking of emotions like waves on a beach, right? The wave comes and the wave goes. Emotions are like that, feelings are like that. They will come and they will go. Sometimes it's high tide, so it's very scary, and sometimes it's low tide when you're not feeling too much at all, right? You just got to recognize which tide you're in. Yeah. So when you're in high tide, probably a bad idea to go engage in a conversation with your partner or your child when you're feeling strong emotions because you are going to explode, right? Instead, wait till the low tide because the low tide will come. Because our body, the way it's made, when emotions are felt strongly, our nervous system activates, right? And then our nervous system automatically has to calm down. It can't keep you activated all the time. That's just the way our body is made, right? So it'll act up, it'll calm down. So let the high tide come and go, and then you can actually go and deal with it. Now, amazingly, when you let the high tide come, and you let the high tide go without judging it, without criticizing it, without saying, why am I feeling this way, without pushing it away, that's all our emotions need sometimes. It just needs to be come in and go out. That's all it needs. Now, for some of us, it might need more than that, but for most of us, that is a normal way to deal with emotion. Recognize when it's coming up, breathe through it, say, okay, it's okay to experience this. It's okay to experience anger, frustration, anything that we think of as negative. It is okay to experience. Accept yourself and all your emotions, and that's a great step towards making sure that your emotional life is in order as well, right? Now, the other thing to do is, so first we said identify the emotion, accept the emotion, and then express the emotion. Now, by express the emotion, I'm not suggesting that you go punch somebody when you're angry. No. But sometimes verbal articulation and expression of an emotion, or painting, or drawing, or just letting yourself be and sitting in that, emotional muck that you're feeling is okay to do. That is expression of the emotion sometimes, right? So identify the emotion, accept all your emotions, and express yourself in ways that are okay to do. And if you don't know how to do any of those things, or you're struggling with that, reach out to a counselor or a therapist who can help you. I promise you, this is one of the most normal, natural things, and every counselor should be able to help you with this. So reach out to us if you need help, and we'll be happy to help you. I hope you have a very, very healthy life and an even healthier emotional life. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe to our channel. And if you need additional psychological help, please call the numbers on your screen. Have a great day.